Okay, hello everyone. I filmed this introduction video earlier and the stupid thing ran out of batteries halfway through, and it was a pretty good one. But I guess when you got the name Caveman, you are too stupid to run electronics. Anyway, the purpose of this video is to introduce myself. I've got 10 subscribers to my channel now. That's kind of funny to me because I never intended for this to be any sort of channel, but it might be kind of fun because I do have a lot of information to share. And so, hey, what the heck, I'll build on this channel and it might be kind of fun and educational. And that's why I think the majority of the subscribers that did subscribed is because of the name Abo Caveman on my channel. And I got to thinking I need to introduce myself because most of the people that did subscribe are probably lost, going, what in the hell is this channel about? Because all I have is gun videos. And the word Abo Caveman leads people to believe that I'm going to have wilderness stuff, bushcraft stuff. So here we go. I'm kind of a weird dude. It's hard for me to figure myself out. I was raised in I was born in a small rural area, moved to Los Angeles, California, was raised my teenage life there, hung out with some undesirables and some good people, and then I moved back to a rural area, and now I'm in a medium-sized area to where I can access cities and wilderness if I want to. So through my being in so many areas throughout my life, I've adopted a lot of things that I enjoy. I enjoy, just to show you the wide variety of things that I enjoy, I enjoy wilderness things. I enjoy wakeboarding. I enjoy skateboarding. I enjoy guns. I enjoy motorcycles. What else? I enjoy football, sports, rap music, metal. Not too much of a fan of country, but there are some Western songs that I like. I enjoy beautiful women. I don't like cave women. I don't like women with hairy arms and hairy legs. I like women that are pretty. So, which is kind of funny because most people that are in, a lot of people that are in, no offense people, so if you take offense to this, I'm sorry, but most people that are into the wilderness thing, primitive skills, they like their women like they like to keep themselves hairy and unbathed. I'm not like that. And that's another thing I was talking about, offending people. I feel that throughout the many places that I've been in my life, I'm more multicultural than most. And most people got a corncob shoved so far up the you-know-where that they get offended way too easily at things that just don't even matter. And so I'm not going to apologize for the things that I say. I'm going to be who I am, but I will try to be nice, and I'm not a rude person. I actually am very easy to get along with, and I will try not to be offensive, but if I am, I guess I'll apologize now, but that's just who I am. Okay, back to the wilderness stuff. I started in the late 1990s, the early new millennia. I ran a small wilderness survival school and attended and taught at several primitive skills gatherings, you might say. I attended Tom Brown schools somewhere around 1996. and been to the rabbit stick, a lot of nap ins. So I wouldn't say that I'm an expert, but pretty close to it. I have a lot more experience than most. So, but my forte whenever I was teaching wilderness skills was archery, bows, making bows. And I got pretty good at it. Some of you that may have been on the website Primitive Archer may have seen this bow here. This bow's name is Hideous. It was a long time ago when it was featured on there, but some of you may have seen it before. Let me grab you guys and bring you closer. Oh, okay, the camera is still recording. That's good because earlier it died on me. Okay, I tried bringing some of my pictures out to show you my big hippie beard and my caveman beard and when I was a bush hippie. But to prove my, I guess, wilderness credentials, so you can see that I fit the mold. But there's a flyer from my old school and a gathering that I taught at. Not that that matters. That's not the important stuff anyway. We'll get to the important stuff here. Here are some of my toys. Here's some arrows that now these are store-bought arrows that I napped some points and put them on with backstrap sinew and hide glue, and hopefully I will get to kill a deer this winter, and I'm going to do it off of my back porch, and I'm going to try to get a video of it and put it on YouTube, because believe it or not, there are actually people out there that believe that mankind 12,000 years ago or 10,000 years ago, whatever, always had compound bows. I have actually had people see my wood bows and go, does that thing even kill? Well, yes, it kills. Take off running. We'll see. You seem to forget that this is the most, probably, arguably, the most important tool to humankind. It was a wood bow, and it fed humans for a very long time. So the answer is yes, it will kill. So hopefully I'm going to get a video for YouTube, and I will put it out there with stone pointed arrows hafted with sinew and hide glue and a wooden self bow, killing a deer and making food for all the non-believers. And for those of you that would be interested in it, just because you know and you enjoy that kind of thing, here is a steel point. I can't remember what these are called, but these are pretty popular. And then here's another trade style point here on a river cane arrow. Now this, those are store-boughts. This is river cane for those of you that aren't familiar with river cane. It's a bamboo that grows along river bottoms in the south. It may grow in other areas, but primarily I think it's in the southern part of the United States. As you can see, it's pretty straight. What I like to do when I'm straightening my shafts is roll them across a flat surface, and when they roll smoothly, they're pretty good. But it's got a hardwood foreshaft. I need to wrap this area here in sinew and hide glue so when it hits it doesn't split. But it's got a wooden foreshaft and turkey tail fletchings. The turkey wing is obviously more desirable because they're stiffer, and they have the helical, which will make your arrow spin and fly more accurately. But that's the turkey tail, and this arrow flies just fine. So there's a little few of my toys, and this here, I'm really proud of this. As you guys can see, it's very, very curvy and snaky and has a lot of character. This bow was actually a challenge from a friend of mine that I attended one of my bow making classes, and he started with no experience at all on making bows, and now he is an amazing boyer and flint knapper. And we were talking one day. We had a bunch of bow staves in the back of both of our pickups, and we were trading wood, and I looked at this one and he goes, oh, he laughed and he said, "Ah, it's just trash. I'm going to use it as firewood or I'm going to throw it away." And then he dared me. "I dare you to try to make a bow out of it." Well, I'm a pretty stubborn guy and I've never turned down a dare, so I did. 3.5 months later of very tedious, slow scraping, I came up with this, and he couldn't believe it. These curves, I don't know how good those are showing up, but these curves are actually big knots that I drew the bow out dodging these knots. There was a huge knot right here, dodged that one, and some smaller knots down on there where I had to dodge. But all those curves are from dodging knots, and this wood is persimmon. And a lot of trolls out there are probably going to go, "Oh, the only good wood is Osage, or Bodark." You know, Bodark and Osage is all the same stuff, or yew. Those are the only good bow woods, which, let me tell you something, people. That's a bunch of crap. Yes, they are good bow woods. Yes, arguably they are the best bow woods. But I always had this saying, if you're a person that exclusively makes Osage bows, you are a person that makes very few bows. And you don't understand history, and you don't have a very good concept of wilderness survival. And the reason I say that is because Osage grows in a very small part of the country. Osage needs to be worked with steel tools. Although there may be some people out there that's figured out how to work it with stone tools, you have to have steel tools, as far as I know, to work Osage. White woods, such as white oak, hickory, maple, persimmon, you don't have to have steel tools. You can work them when they are green, while the wood is soft, with stone tools. Also, Osage, the reason you have to have steel tools is you have to get down to the inner ring. You have to follow a growth ring, one growth ring all the way down the back in the heartwood. That would be very hard to do with stone tools. With stone tools, with a white wood, you harvest your wood in the springtime when the sap is running. You peel the bark off and there's your back right there. That's why white woods are good. Also, you have to realize, once again, like I said, that Osage comes from a very small part of the country. What happens if you're on the northwest? What happens if you're in the northeast? You're going to use the wood that is available to you in that area. And that's what the Native Americans of this country did. They used the wood that was available. They didn't go on some massive excursion from Alaska to Kansas to find Osage because that was the best freaking wood, bow wood there was. No, they didn't do that. They used what was readily available in their area. Now, the way you do that is limb design. It all comes down to limb design. Generally, your white woods are going to have wider limbs and your Osage is going to have narrower limbs. And the way you tiller it and in your limb design is going to determine how your bow is going to perform. We'll get that, and we'll get into that in other videos. It's kind of scientific in limb design and how bows perform. We'll get into that later. But I'm the type of person that will make a bow out of a piece of balsa wood. If challenge me, maybe I'll do that. I'll make a YouTube video. I'll get some balsa wood and I'll make a bow out of it. Use whatever you can get your hands on. Pine, cedar, willow, willow. I do believe I've heard of Indians in the Southwest. Sorry, did not mean that. Native Americans in the Southwest that use willow, but it's pretty crappy. But hey, whatever, use it. Figure out how to make a good bow out of it. Enjoy bow making. The more woods you use, the more you're going to enjoy the craft. You're going to get to make a lot of bows. So that's going to be part one of this video. Is basically an introduction of me, Abo Caveman, which I wanted to go by Caveman, but you guys know how when you sign up for a YouTube account, every freaking name that you can dream of is already taken. So I had to go with Abo Caveman. I've been called the Caveman my whole life. So I wanted to introduce myself and clarify why I only have gun stuff on my website or on my YouTube channel right now, and I don't have any wilderness stuff. So here you go. Here's the wilderness stuff. I'm going to be putting more videos on wilderness stuff, and I will be doing a lot more gun videos because guns are freaking fun. And I build motorcycles. I build mini bikes. I may do all kinds of stuff, but I'm going to try to keep it a gun and wilderness channel. And hopefully I've clarified the name to my big time 10 subscribers, and hopefully I'll get more subscribing to my channel. I would love to grow it. Like and subscribe, and the more views I get, the more stuff I'll put out there. And like I said, I have a lot of knowledge to share. So that's the end of part one. We're going to start part two, and I'm going to show you guys tillering a self bow, which is not the first step of doing it, but whatever. I'm working on a bow right now. I figured you guys might enjoy it. Have a nice day.